Boom! What's happening, people? Welcome back to the Armament Factory with yours truly, Big Luch. And today we are doing a Spurs hate along. We've got to do it. Unfortunately, I don't like watching Tottenham much, but in these situations, these occasions, yes, I will because I want to hate on them. I want to see them lose, and I like Fulham. Fulham is a good London team, a good Southwest London team that I like. I go to their matches sometimes because their tickets are very cheap. So that's one of the two teams apart from London that I'd go and watch. One is Fulham, two is QPR, where I'd spend money to buy a ticket to go and watch them play. So they are playing today at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And let's see. I believe my prediction is Fulham will beat them. I believe they'll beat them by 2-1. Reasons being because Tottenham have come off of a Champions League loss, a heavy defeat against PSG, where I'm sure they're tired from it. And the match before that was obviously the North London derby. So they've had a tough week, conceding 9 goals in 2 games. Fulham Fulham has had a rest, so they've had a whole week off, and that will bode well for them. However, Tottenham, let's see what they can do. Let's see if they've got strength and depth to see if they can cope with the pressures of the Premier League and the pressures of the games coming thick and fast this time of the season. But before we do anything else and talk about anything else, I just want to do the lineup quickly. So let me just have a sip of tea. And you know why I'm having a sip of tea? Message. Right. Anyway. So the lineups looks like Tottenham are playing a 4-2-3-1. It might just turn into a 4-3-3 eventually, but they're playing a slight different formation than what they're used to. They're playing a back four in front of Vicario. So Vicario obviously in goal. Then you got Porro, Danso, Van de Ven, Udogi at the back. Palhinha and Gray as the double pivot roles in front of the back four. Then attacking midfield of Kudus, Bergvall, and Richarlison. And then Kolo Muani up front, I believe, as a false 9. I don't think he's an out and out striker. To me, he's more of a number 10. So I'd say he's more of a playing a false 9 role in this game. I could be wrong. I don't watch Tottenham much. I don't care about Tottenham much. So you guys tell me in the chat. Now, Fulham are playing Fulham are playing a very similar formation, if not exactly the same, of a 4-2-3-1. So the back four is Sessegnon, Bassi, Anderson, and Tete. In front of them as the double pivot is Berg and Iwobi. Then the attacking midfield is Chukwueze, King, and Wilson. And obviously as their number 9 is Raul Jimenez. Now, I was watching earlier bits of the game before this, which was the Everton-Newcastle game. Now, I was in and out of that game. I started it off, I saw the first goal. Then I went and done some things. Then out of nowhere, I checked up on it, and Newcastle were 4-0 up. Since then, I know Everton has scored. I don't know if they scored 1 or 2, but I'm waiting to see what actually happened in that game because that seemed like a thriller, and that seemed like the spicy one of the weekend. Now, I never predicted the spicy one of the weekend this week. I unfortunately have been a little bit too busy for that, but it seems like that was the spicy one of the week. I actually had it down as a 1-1. Either Everton 1-0 or a 1-1. More so, I was leaning towards a 1-1 because Newcastle know how to score, Everton know how to defend, and Everton usually that's about the scoreline. Like against Manchester United last Monday as well. They won the game by 1-0 with 10 men, that is. So it's very embarrassing on Manchester United. But here we go. Players are in the tunnel. Game, set, match. Let's get everything ready, guys. Let's get the clock ready. Set that all up. Let's see if Mickey van der Ven and co can stop Fulham from scoring more goals. Because 9 goals in 2 games. I don't think Arsenal has even conceded that many goals the whole season. So, right. You see the difference in levels. There's levels to this. That's the difference in level. Message. Right. Spurs have lost 3 of the last 21 Premier League meetings with Fulham, 114, drawn 4. Fulham are unbeaten in the last 3 Premier League games. So this should bode well for a great match. Tottenham are very open at the back. Fulham love to attack. So hopefully it shouldn't be a bore fest. It really should be a thriller. On paper, it should be a thriller. But after Tottenham have conceded so many goals over 2 games, are they going to just play a low block? Are they going to play more defensive? Or are they still going to push up the high line? I actually can't believe that there is that many Tottenham Hotspur fans. Honestly, I can't. I can't even imagine it, that they can fill a stadium like that week in, week out. It's very baffling. It literally must be just London-based fans and then maybe a few US-based fans, because I've never heard Tottenham fans anywhere else in the world, to be honest with you. Right, so again, Porro, Danso, Van der Ven, Udogi at the back. Bergvall, Palhinha, Gray in midfield. And Mohamed Kudus, Kolo Muani, Richard. See, I told you they're actually playing a 4-3-3. So that's what I said to you earlier. It looks like a 4-2-3-1, but it's actually a 4-3-3. They've just pushed Kolo Muani a little bit ahead of Kudus and Richarlison. Right, Fulham, I presume it's going to be the same thing as well. So, Bird, Leno in goal. Leno, great goalkeeper, by the way. Tete, Anderson, Bassi, and Sessegnon at the back. Sessegnon obviously being a former Tottenham player. And then Berg and Iwobi in front of them as the double pivot. So they're playing actually 4-2-3-1. Harry Wilson, Josh King, and Samuel Chukwueze in the midfield. Sorry. Attacking midfield. And then Raul Jimenez up front as the number 9. So Fulham are actually playing a 4-2-3-1. Tottenham are just playing a 4-3-3. Like I said, I did say that earlier. It looks like they're trying to play a 4, but they're actually playing 4-3-3. Right. We're ready. We're about to get on the way. It's a minute left or so. Let's go. We ain't Tottenham, and we ain't Tottenham. We ain't Tottenham, and we ain't Tottenham. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow is the game. Be here. Make sure the Armament Factory, we're going to be watching Chelsea versus Arsenal at the Stamford Bridge. Right, Colin Mwani is getting his Ninja Turtle mask thing going on. Must have had a broken chin or a broken jawbone. I've never seen something like that, to be honest with you. I've seen the headgear, I've seen the masks, but a chin strap? Fair enough. Right. Come on, you Fulham. Marco Silva with his Monclizzi on. Come on. Big balls, man. Oh, hey, the trumpets are going. The trumpets are going. Mickey van der Ven quickly, last minute speech in the huddle. Probably begging them not to concede any more goals because it looks bad on him. You know. But you never know. Let's go. Right, come on, ref. Blow the whistle. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Whistle blown. Let's go, Power Rangers. Come on, Fulham. I want a goal in the first 5 minutes. Come on. Right, crazy results today. There's been a lot of goals today in the Premier League, guys. A lot of goals. I know Sunderland beat Bournemouth 3-2. I believe Man City beat Leeds 3-2. Now, that was an exciting game, apparently. Man City went ahead 2, and then Leeds got 2 goals back, and then last minute winner from Man City to get the 3-2 win. I was actually hoping for Man City to drop more points, but looks like they got the 3 points in the end. So that must have been an exciting game. Some City 3, Leeds 2, Sunderland 3, Bournemouth 2. I know the Newcastle or the Everton Newcastle game had a lot of goals. I don't know the exact score. I'm going to check it out in a minute. I don't know what happened in the Brentford game, to be honest with you, and the other one. So I'm going to check those out in a minute. I just want to see how this game is panning out to be. Oh, Kolomuani. No, sorry, Danso trying to play out the back. Dangerous. Kudus. Van de Ven. Van de Ven tried to play it to... Who was that? I didn't say but who he's trying to play it to, but the ball went out. Looks like Udogi tried to play it to. Right. So 4-1, that one finished. And Brentford 3-1. So there's a lot of goals. So 5, 10, 15, and 19 goals in the Premier League today. Wickedy, wickedy, wow, wow. That's a great advertisement for the Premier League, guys. Absolutely fantastic. 19 goals. And how many matches? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. Jeez. It's not bad. That's an average of 4 goals a game. Nearly. 3.9 something. All right, Bassi with a long ball forward. Here come Fulham. But Tottenham defend the ball and it goes out for a throw. And I'm begging you, don't let this be a ball fest. Oof, come on, Fulham. I'm depending on you. Fulham have been doing good, guys. I'll be honest. Fulham, they started off the season quite bad. However, they came back and they done all right. I mean, they beat Sunderland at the Stadium of Light, and Arsenal couldn't do that. So, Sensu 90 in the house. Here comes Fulham. Here comes Fulham. Shoot! 1-0 Fulham! I knew it. What did I say? I want a goal in the first 5 minutes. And Fulham, listen. That's what I always say to people. Believe it into existence. Believe it into existence. Pour it out there. What did I say? Go back. I literally said in the beginning of the stream, as kickoff happened, come on Fulham. I want a goal in the first 5 minutes. Look at that. Bad defending from Tottenham again. That's 10 goals in 3 games conceded. Look at that. What was Bergvall doing? Just stretching out his leg like that. And Vicario, my God. I mean, Vicario is a real mixed bag, you know. Sometimes you have these outstanding games where he just keeps them in, or even if they lose, but he just concedes 1 goal. And then he has games where he just looks absolutely ridiculous. Got wrong-footed. Goal went right there, bottom left corner. Jeez, let me update the score before I forget. I can't even believe it. Who was it? King or Wilson? I didn't even see who actually shot them. I'm so excited and celebrating. Right. So I love watching Tottenham play football because it's just banter, mate. Tete scored the goal. Alright, here we go. Man, lad, Tete's, you know. And imagine Fulham, so away points, they've only had 1 point away from home so far this season. No, that can't be right. Because didn't they beat. Ooh! Vicario comes out to clear the ball. Dangerous. He's by himself. Left the goal. Empty. Shoot. The ball goes in. 2-0 Fulham. Oh my God. This is absolutely fantastic. Wilson with a kick from the side. I told you Vicario is absolute rubbish. Trash. I can't believe it. I wanted 1 goal in 5 minutes. They've given me 2. Yeah, Thomas Frank, I doubt he's going to last at the Tottenham. Listen, Tottenham, I mean, it's not the managers. It has to be the club and the players. I'm not hearing this Thomas Frank. Vicario again tried to clear the ball, ran it all the way to the corner. Look at the fans. They're all talking about him. Ran all the way to the corner, then cleared it. Why don't you just kick it out? What was he doing? Absolute idiota. Ran the ball all the way to the corner, and instead of kicking it out, kicked it to a Fulham player who played it to Wilson. Wilson on his left foot just bended it all the way in. And then Vicario has the nerve to get upset with his players. For what? Not tackling Wilson. What was you doing all the way out of your goal? My God. What an absolute unbelievable goal from Wilson. Fantastic Fulham. This is what I like. See, this is why I go and watch their games, because it's actually a good football team. My God, Tottenham is all over the place. All over the place. They're 2-0 down in 6 minutes. Here comes Kudos. Here comes Gray. Tried to play it to Richarlison, but Fulham know how to defend. They clear the ball real quick. I can't even believe it. That's why all teams in the world should be singing, "We ain't Tottenham and we ain't Tottenham. We ain't Tottenham and we ain't Tottenham. We ain't Tottenham and we ain't Tottenham." Kudos on the right hand side now. 2 goals in 5 minutes. Yes. Sensu says no way 2 goals in 5 minutes. Yes way 2 goals in 5 minutes. And that means I need to update my score there. Sorry guys if you hear me cough. I believe I'm coming down with something. I think I'm getting a chest infection because my son had one. And I think I'm getting it to goal kick for Fulham. My chest is feeling really tight. I had a sore throat this morning and the cough has started already. So I do apologize. Excuse me if you hear me cough or anything like that. But yeah, Thomas Frank is confused. He's getting angry with his players now. That chewing gum is going to be powder at the end of the game. She's going to be powder all around his mouth at the end of the game. The way he's chewing it. Right, come on, Fulham. Come on, you cottagers. Here they come again. I told you they love attacking these boys. Funny enough, I don't have any of them in my fantasy football team, by the way. And I haven't even... Here comes Fulham again! Lord have mercy if they score again. Lord have mercy if they score again. Who's that? Sessegnon? Oh my God. Oh my God. Chukwueze. I thought that was going in. I swear down. Who was it? Chukwueze, wasn't it? Chukwueze, whatever his name is. I don't even know how to say his name, but Chukwueze. Great tackle for Mickey van der Ven. I must say, credit where credit is due. If Mickey van der Ven did not make that tackle, it was a sloppy tackle, and he handballed it as well. And then Udogi came and made the challenge as well. If it wasn't for them two, it would have been a third goal for Fulham. And this might be a third goal. Corner for Fulham. Oh, ball comes in. Vicario punches it out. Only as far as a Fulham player. He shoots. Oh, hits the post and is out. Oh, my days. Lot of mercy. Was that Tete again? Jesus. No, it was Chukwueze again. Chukwueze's had 2 chances. He hit the post twice. Actually, no. He got a corner on the first one, and then he hit the post on the second one. Chukwueze. Vicario's... Boy, he's like a deer in the headlights. Here come Tottenham. Here come Tottenham. Porro, Gray, Kodos, Mohammed Kodos. Kodos still with the ball on the right hand side. Plays it back to Porro. Now Danso. Mickey van der Ven. Mickey van der Ven is going to do one of those mad runs. Ooh, doggy. Bergval. Right, Pedro Porro. Crosses the ball into Richarlison, who heads it. Heads it. He didn't even head it. He just hit it with his shoulder. But Lance, what's his name again? Buddy Leno. I was going to say Lanso. Leno come out and grabbed it. Oh, he was offside, Richarlison, anyway. Wouldn't have counted even if it was a goal. I didn't even know what he was doing. He just turned around and hit his back. Here come Fulham again. Vicario doing the same thing again. This time, smartly kicked it to Rosed. Kicked it out to give himself time to run back to the goal. You see, that's what he should have done for the second goal. But instead, he tried to kick it into the pitch. Right? So he kicked it towards the Fulham player, who then just passed it to his teammate, Wilson, and he bent it right in. This time, he's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just kicking it right at. Right, we're about 13 minutes in, guys. And guess what? Fulham is 2-0 up against the Tottenham. Right, Wilson comes again. Oof. Dogi with a strong challenge. Right, Tete going to take a throw in now. I like that Wilson, you know. He's a good footballer. It's a couple of games I've watched him now. I like how he plays. Oh, Fulham come again. Wilson, here he goes. Chukwueze on the side. Chukwueze. He's got Wilson. Shoot. Unlucky. Fulham still going. Oh. Penalty. Oh, no. Free kick. I thought it was the other way around. Fulham play a handball there. I thought Mickey van der Ven did. Referee blew his whistle, but he pointed the other way. Wilson nearly scored again. And then King. Oh, King. But he didn't handball it. It hit his chest or his side of his body. Anyway, ref said handball. Free kick for Tottenham was taken already. Now Danso comes out. Mohammed Kudus. Danso. Mickey van der Ven. Danso. Porro. Long balls it to Richarlison, who couldn't control it. If he could have scored, but he couldn't, so he didn't. Very well done by Leno, who came out real quick and grabbed the ball. But that pass, now I must say, Pedro Porro at times has some fantastic passing. Here we go. Fulham with another chance. Wilson. Oh, they called it offside. Unlucky for Will. We got somebody else in the Glober Jonas. Keep going, brother. My brother, love. Appreciate that all day long. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. Unlucky Fulham is offside. That would have been a great opportunity for them again. As I was saying, who's right now taking the free kick? Pedro Porro. As much as I hate Tottenham and I don't like them, I must say I've seen him make some wicked balls forward. Long balls, short passes. But then he's got other aspects of his game where he fails. Now, that ball earlier for Richarlison was absolutely fantastic. An out and out top number 1 striker would have been able to control that would have scored that goal. However, Richarlison is not at that level, could not control the ball, missed it, went straight to Leno and he grabbed it. Never mind. But here they go again. I wonder what Xavi Simons is thinking right now, sitting on the bench, watching the team he signed for in the summer already be 2-0 down. Like within 5-6 minutes. It surely is embarrassing. It surely must hurt. Because surely there was other clubs that were coming in for him. What made him think, you know what? Let me go to that side of North London. I don't know. But, you know, money? Tottenham don't pay that much. Here they go. Palhinha. Who plays to Moani? Who plays to Bergvall? Who tried to play it to Gray? Bad missed time ball. Gray recycles it, but the ref said free kick. A very bad ball from Bergvall to Gray, who had to try and recycle the ball. Eventually gave away a free kick. Fulham free kick is Chukwueze. Yeah, as I was saying, like what would have to go through a player's mind to look at Tottenham last season and say to himself, you know what? Yeah, I fancy going to a team that came 17th in the Premier League. Was it because they won the Europa League? Richarlison's gone so deep now to grab the ball. He's gone all the way into his own half and managed to get the ball, but then lost it again. Here we go. Fulham on attack again. Pedro Porro quickly cancels Chukwueze's pass. Robert the Gunner in the house. Yes, sir. Hello, my friend. What's happening, my fellow Gunner? Welcome to the factory. This is your home. But we're hating on Tottenham right now. I hope you're hating on Tottenham as well. Let's go. They're down 2 goals in 5 minutes. We ain't Tottenham and we ain't Tottenham. We ain't Tottenham and we ain't Tottenham. Here they come though. Udogie loses it instantly. Wilson takes the ball now, carries it forward. They have not even gotten into the Fulham box yet. Here goes Mickey van der Ven being very harsh on King, tackling him, giving Fulham the free kick. Well done, Fulham, for keeping their heads. Marco Silva has to be proud of his boys. Has to be proud of his boys because they are playing fantastic. From goalkeeper to back four to midfield to up front. Robert the Gunner says, thank you for inviting my friend. I am also watching this shit team. Yes, sir. What do we think of Tottenham? That's right. So, anyway, we got to watch this shit team because it's just it's just entertainment. It's just so enjoyable. God, I don't know why. Look, Robert said, you're literally saying the exact same thing I said earlier. Robert the Gunner says, God, I don't know why people support this team. I swear to you, I said the same thing in the beginning. I said, how would they fill in the stadium week in, week out? Where are these Tottenham fans coming from? I don't get it. Like, how they got so many fans, bro? Like, surely not. Ooh, something's happened here. Who's this? Bergvall going in hard again. Injuring a player. I can't see who it is. The ref's in the way, but... oh, it's Anderson, isn't it? Yeah, Anderson. Yes, Robert, I'm telling you, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I must say, though, I work in an office where it's majority Tottenham fans, right? But that's because I work pretty much like in a part of North London where there are quite a lot of them. But even to them, I say to them, how are you guys filling this stadium? Like, where's all these fans? Like, anytime I've never heard anyone say I'm a Tottenham fan outside of London or any foreign country. But I will say they do have a lot of support in the US, which I don't understand. I don't understand how. Is it because they had Brad Friedel or a few US-based players here and there? But how they got such a big US support, I don't know. But yeah, man, I don't know why people support this team. It's so like I sometimes try and visualize myself as a top. I know it sounds crazy, And it sounds horrible, but you know, sometimes they say you got to put yourself in someone else's shoes to kind of, you know, see how they would feel or what they would feel or how they see things. And I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. Look, I've been through also. Oh, Mohamed Kudus recycles the balls and running up. Richarlison up. Got Richarlison. He plays him in the box. They try and cross corner for Tottenham. Robert the Gunner says, I've been having a rough few weeks mentally. Arsenal been my only good news. Big up to you, man. Thank you, Robert, brother. I appreciate that. Well, listen, my friend. Obviously, I'm not a psychiatrist, a psychologist or whatever, but anything you need help with, if you want some help with anything like that, anytime you're on the stream with me, brother, ask me, talk to me. I'm here to talk to you, no problem. Hey, and I'm glad Arsenal... Tottenham still going on the... Mohamed Kudus crosses it in. Fulham clear it. Yeah, and I'm glad if I've been helping you, if the Arsenal Football Club been helping, I'm so happy for you, my brother. And yes, when our team wins, it helps big time. That's why I feel for the Tottenham fans. Because look, they lost 4-1. They lost against Chelsea, which that should have been a 5-0. Then they lost against the Arsenal 4-1. Eze hat-trick. Then they lost against PSG, Vitinha hat-trick, and they let in 5 goals. And now with Fulham and other... Listen, brother, you know, let me make you even more happier. Yeah, let me give you something to smile about. With this game, the last 4 games, they've conceded more games than we will probably do the whole season. How about that? I mean, I can't believe it. It's been like, it's like 12 goals in 4 games they've conceded, man. Surely as a Tottenham fan, you're going to think like, yes, come on, Fulham colours, you don't know. Yeah, surely as a Tottenham fan, you're going to be like, nah, this is not a great team. Leno punches it out. Bergvall gets it. Pedro Porro brings it back into the box. Kolo Muani tries to header it. Sessegnon there got him in his pocket. Pushes him out wide. Kolo Muani still with the ball. Running at Sessegnon. Sessegnon blocking him. But no. Another corner for Tottenham. Yeah, honestly, man. Like, I sometimes think of it like, okay, if I was a Tottenham fan and I see them lose and I see them concede so many goals, like, how? Like, surely that must be driving them crazy. Like, how they still singing, how they still cheering. I don't get it. Like, I witnessed Arsenal's worst period, which was the transitional period towards Arsene Wenger's end, and then what happened until Mikel Arteta, the sort of the first, second year. That whole period, Robert the Gunner says, Arsenal are finally back to Henry days. Robert, I actually think we don't have as good of as a player as Henry, but I think the team in general as a squad is much better, mate. Honestly, it's a shame about the Liverpool game that we lost it, because I would have loved them to go this whole season as invincibles as well. Because I'm telling you, I was there during those times. And yes, it was a great team then as well. But the team we have this season, with the additions of Eze and Gyökeres and Madueke and Hikapie and Mosquera, I'm telling you, man, I don't remember ever, and I've been supporting Arsenal maybe since 94, 95. I don't ever remember having a team like this. I'm telling you, this is the type of team that City used to have, Chelsea used to have, you know, spending all that money to have 2 teams, one on the pitch, one on the bench. We've never had that. Finally, we've come to that stage where we've got this now. We've got practically 2.5 to 3 teams out there. Bear in mind, we have so many injured players still to come back. Gray shoots, unlucky. Sensoon says, guess it's testing their loyalty. 2015 to 2022, a shameful era. That's the era I'm talking about, Robert. I'm telling you, that was painful, but still that wasn't as painful as what the Tottenham fans should be or must be feeling right now. Since Ange Postecoglou came in, or even not even that, since, what's his name left? Oh, here come Fulham again! 3-0 Fulham! Oh my God! Oh my my God! Was that Mickey van der Ven? Oh my, Mickey van der Ven should get an award for that. Oh my God, Chukwueze again almost scored. I don't know how he missed, but listen, credit where credit is due. Mickey van der Ven, that was incredible. That was incredible. The way he took that ball, he had to time that. He nearly mistimed it as well. That could have been a penalty. The fact that he timed the ball and didn't handball it, managed to kick it. He saved his keeper. He saved his defense. Marco Silva knows. Look, he's got his hand in his Oh, something's happening here. Oh, they're checking for handball. Are they checking for handball? Maybe not. Mickey Mouse the Ven. If we do not win the Prem, it will be Mikel's fault. Look at this team. Yes, Mickey Mouse the Ven. That's what I said earlier, Mickey Mouse. Yeah, you're right. No, listen, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to, say too much, but it would have been good if Man City dropped points today, because I feel Man City are realistically the only team that will challenge our title push. I really don't think Chelsea, even if they win tomorrow. Ooh! Danso getting pushed. Free kick for Tottenham. Even if Chelsea win tomorrow, and we're only going to be 3 points ahead, I still think that Man City are realistically the only team that can challenge our title push. They have the means. They might not be playing into their best ability, but it just goes like that. And they click into gear and they click into form and things start happening for them. And they go on like a 10-match run. Like a 10 winning match run or match winning run, sorry, I should say. So I'm more fearful of them. But I think we have enough this season. I feel something. Obviously, I could be wrong because I've seen it all with Arsenal, mate. I'm telling you, Robert, I've seen them drop 10 points twice with Wenger and with Mikel Arteta, mate. I've seen them be 10 points ahead. Top at Christmas. They used to say in the Premier League and the Premiership eras, they used to say, whoever finishes Christmas and enters the new year at the top of the Christmas tree or the top of the league will go on to win it. Do you know that we broke that? That we were at the top. I think it was not last season, not the season before. The first season maybe, or the second season where we were challenging for the title. Might have been the first or the second season. We literally broke that by not winning the league, having been top at Christmas. So that really hurt me that time, because it was always known that whoever was at the top during Christmas entering the new year would end up winning. And we ended up not winning the league that season, although being top for a long time. I think it was the 22-23 season, because I think it was the season when it was the World Cup in the winter, wasn't it? And then they came back from the World Cup and Gabriel Jesus got injured or something, but they came back and they had a crazy run. Here come Tottenham. Header from Gray. Mickey van der Ven, and it's a foul for Fulham. Anderson goes down again. Mickey van der Ven getting angry. Bassi running over to Mickey van der Ven. Oh, here we go. Handbags, needle. Arms house. Right. Shitty are the only challengers. But calls them shitty. Robert the Gunner calls City shitty. Shitty are the only challengers and Chelsea will bottle it somehow. The biggest test for the Prem is always the winter. Yeah, 92% of the top of the table. Tottenham playing very rough. They're playing very rough because they don't know what else to do. Because they're trying to frustrate Fulham and not allow them to play the way they want to play. I hate football like that. You see, that's the type of football that puts me off, because they don't know what else to do. Who was doing that the other day as well? I was watching another game and somebody else was doing it as well. I don't remember. I think it was Chelsea against Barcelona. Chelsea was playing like that against Barcelona, and Barcelona don't know how to react to that. It's cold. It's winter time in London. All the Chelsea fans on top of their back in Stamford Bridge. Yeah, Lamine Yamal and Co, they didn't know how to. And then on top of that, Chelsea, Enzo and Neto and all of them playing rough. tackling them, barging them. I was watching that game thinking, yeah, they're bullying Barcelona, mate. And that's the type of game they play, Tottenham, Chelsea, when they come up against footballing teams and they don't know how to deal with it and they don't know how to come out and play themselves. Look, Mickey van der Ven is basically playing Fulham by himself. Basically, he's making runs, he's making the right passes, he's tackling. Here go Mohamed Kudus. Porro. Like even earlier, Robert, right? You're telling me about how do they have fans like that, right? Do you know earlier as well I was saying, I wonder how players would want to sign for Tottenham. That is the most baffling to me. Because surely they follow the Premier League. Surely they see what happens. Surely they see year and year. And you can't tell me it's money because Tottenham don't pay wages like that. Where people be like, yeah, I'm going to go Tottenham because, I'm going to go make all that money. Nah, Tottenham don't pay wages like that. So what would like Xavi Simon, for example, or Simon, whatever his name is, like what would go through his head for him to think, you know what, yeah, let me go to Tottenham and play for that team? I'd rather go Bournemouth. I'd rather go Fulham. I'd rather go anywhere else in the Premier League, even if that means the promoted side. Look what Sunderland, I think Sunderland's like in the top 4 or something like that. Do you know Sunderland beat Bournemouth today? I believe they beat them 3-2. Right, Robert says, we needed the Prem. 22-23 was the best season in over 15 years. It was a season that will always make me happy that we were back challenging and winning again. Yes, we bottled it, but it was beautiful. It was, and to be honest with you, although you say that we bottled it, but that's really the talk of like the rest of the Premier League and the rest of the fans of the other clubs. Because look, that was you're right. That was the first year we came back and really challenged again because we were finishing like 8th and 5th and 6th. And I remember even Tottenham pipping us on the Champions League spot one of the seasons with Mikel Arteta where he got furious at the end. But I wouldn't call it bottled it. I'll tell you why. It seems like it, but you have to remember we had only like, I'd say a half a team. The team that we had wouldn't even be able to keep up with the team we have today. That's what I'm trying to say to you. So City, Liverpool, all of them, they were still miles ahead of us. The fact that we was competing was actually a shock because it was still building blocks. It was still a process. And I remember when Mikel Arteta kept saying, believe in the process, believe in the process. Everybody was like, what? Yeah, but you're challenging. Yeah, but you're challenging. But he knew there were missing pieces to the puzzle. There were missing elements to the squad. I mean, we would get injuries. Saliba gets injured, everything breaks down. The season afterwards, Odegaard, Saka get injured, everything goes pear-shaped. So every time we'd get injuries to our mainstays, although last season, I must say, Kivior came in very well for Gabriel, but we kept on getting major injuries, and that's what caused us to really not actually win. And that's why I said to you, there were missing pieces, missing elements, which this season, I believe we have rectified. That I believe Mikel Arteta has kind of put all the pieces together, and that's why it'll be so much more hurtful. Although anything can happen in the Premier League, but it will be so much more hurtful if we was to lose it this season because of the squad we have, the players we have. It'll be much more hurtful. Now, Robert O'Connor says Tottenham has a lot of money but not enough success. The reason why Tottenham is so popular in the States is due to the NFL and MLB. It's not even because of the team. Yes, that could be correct. Also because of obviously Beyonce and other stars coming to the London, to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But I will say, even before they were at the stadium from White Hart Lane days, I'm talking about even before they had all of this going on, before the NFL games were taking place at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, I used to work in this place in central London, in this store. It was like a souvenir store, whatever. I used to manage it. And we used to have a lot of US-based customers come in, especially people that worked for the airline, like American Airlines, Delta Airlines. because they used to stay in the hotels in the area, and they would come to the store and like buy their last minute souvenirs, this, that, whatever. And I used to, and obviously sometimes I'd be wearing like something of Arsenal, or we just randomly have a conversation and talk, and they'll be like, yeah, we're going to the Spurs game all the time, all the US based team. Now that could be because they promoting it over there more. I don't know. Here come Fulham. Wilson again. Shoot. Ooh, he gets pushed off the ball by Udogi, who then gives it to Palhinha. Palhinha to Gray. Gray to Bergval. And it looks like Tottenham are on the loose again. They go in. Here we go. Porro forward. Kolomwani running past Bassi. Bassi strong. Tells him, thou shalt not pass. Free kick for Fulham. As I was saying, yeah. Before that, like I said to you, a lot of these... Now, I don't know whether there was some sort of like promotion over there in the US where people would like search up, I want to go watch the Premier League, and then the first team comes up as Tottenham and it's the cheapest tickets. I don't know. It could possibly be that. But even from those days, I'm telling you, a lot of US-based people would come and they would always go to Spurs games. They'd always go to Tottenham Hotspur games. Some would obviously go Chelsea. Some would go here and there. But the majority, and I don't understand it, but we weren't even a great team and still looked like prime Barca. To be fair, I have some American friends, and the advertising for the team is flipping insane. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what it is. It could be that that's what it is. They just advertise. And don't forget, they have a team in America. I think it's an NBA, a basketball team that are also called Hotspurs. It's the San Antonio Hotspurs. Obviously, there's no direct link with that, but it could be like you said. They advertise over there crazily, and that's why they end up having so many US based fans. And that's weird because they had Song, which is a Korean player, obviously, and they have a decent Korean fan base. But I believe Arsenal and other teams still have a bigger fan base in Asia than Tottenham Hotspur have. But I could be wrong. I don't know if it's changed over the years. But we played Tottenham in Hong Kong pre-season, and obviously I didn't go there, but I watched it, and the stadium was basically 95% Arsenal fans from all around Asia, and like roughly about 5% or so was Tottenham fans. Fulham come. Corner Fulham. Well done by Raul Jimenez. Listen, Mickey van der Ven is really saving his team right now. If it wasn't for him, it'll probably be 5-0 right now. Again, Mickey van der Ven clearing the ball. But why was Raul Jimenez trying to punch the ball into the goal? Like they're not going to flag it up and say handball. I feel sorry for Mickey van der Ven. Honestly, I do. I honestly do. He deserves to be honest with you, I said this before to other people. Imagine Van der Ven and De Ligt together at Man United. That really would boost her up their squad. But I don't know why Man United don't look at these things. Man United used to easily buy Tottenham players. They would go get Teddy Sheringham, who's in the stands right now. They went and got Berbatov from Tottenham. They used to easily buy players. I doubt Tottenham players would even want to go to United at the moment. But all I'm saying is, imagine De Ligt and Mickey van der Ven both at Manchester United as centre-backs. Robert the Gunner says Spain, Portugal, and Africa, Arab nations is definitely Arsenal if it was the Premier League. Yeah, 100%. 100. I will say though, Arab nations and North African nations though, they have this thing with Barca and Real Madrid. It's very weird. But you're right. In the Premier League, they'd probably favour Arsenal more so because, like you said, we play the kind of Barca type of football where we used to. This season, it's been a bit changed, but we are well known for it. But you see, in the Arab world, not so much Africa. Africa is more Premier League, but North Africa and the Middle East is predominantly Barca, Real Madrid, to the point where they don't even watch other teams in La Liga. It's literally they watch the El Clasico and then they watch those two teams in the Champions League, and then very often they'd watch a La Liga team here and there. But they're obsessed with Barca and Real Madrid, and I don't get it. I really don't get it because I feel like the Premier League, here come Fulham again. I feel like the Premier League is so much more entertaining. It's so much more competitive. It's so, like it's just a better league. But Yeah, I don't get it, but you're right. If they do favor Arsenal when it comes, if you ask them, okay, forget the Spanish teams, what English team do you like? They'd say Arsenal, Liverpool. There is a lot of love for Chelsea in the Middle East, I must say, especially in the Gulf region. Um, Arsenal and Chelsea get a lot of love in the Gulf region. You're right. Spain, Portugal, I don't know because Spain, Portugal, I presume they follow their own clubs. Like I don't know. I've never heard really Spanish fans say that they support an English team. To be honest with you, um, and Portugal, yeah, maybe Portugal because their league is a little bit weaker. They might have like a second team in England and whatever. Or do you mean Spanish and Portuguese people here in London? Because yeah, they do tend to end up, especially from London, they end up supporting. We are very good at advertising in Africa and the Caribbean. Possibly, yes, I do believe so. I do believe we have a very, very strong Caribbean following. Here come Fulham again. King with the ball running forward. Ooh, he loses it. Unlucky, and the ball goes back to Vicario, who kicks it out. I do believe we have a very, very strong Caribbean following. Obviously, blatantly, as you can see from AFTV, but all the Arsenal games that I go to, there's always so many, and you're right, African people as well, and it's beautiful. I believe that Arsenal is the most multiculturally supported club possibly in the world. I think so because I go to a lot of Arsenal games, and the diversity of fans that we have there is just unbelievable, man, unbelievable. And Africa as well, yeah. I do watch some reaction videos of like similar to what I do, obviously the fan cams and whatever, the watch alongs. I just go and I have a look at like clips of other people's stuff, and there is a lot of fans in Africa that are Arsenal fans, definitely. There's also Chelsea fans. A lot of London-based teams get supported over there, but never do I see any Tottenham. I swear down, I never see any Tottenham fans. I can't even remember. Mohamed Kudus in the box. Pulls it back. Porro with a cross in. Colin Mwani tries to header it, but Fulham clear it. Anderson just kicks it long. It gets back to Danso. Danso grabs it, plays it back to Porro. Porro again is going to try and... No, he plays it to Bergval. Bergval to Kudus. Mohamed Kudus now. Tried to play it to Palina, but I think it's King that intercepts it, but loses it immediately. Danso now. Porro. Gray. Kolomwani plays it to nobody. Sessegnon just clears it and is a throw in for Tottenham. See, that's the problem. Even the Tottenham players is just... Their all-round play is ridiculous. You know, how Fulham haven't scored more goals is amazing because they scored 2 in 5 minutes. Just by the law of numbers, they should have more. Their XG was ridiculously high in the first 10 minutes. However, you must give credit to Tottenham for holding them back. holding them back. But here they come. And Richarlison, by the way, I don't know how he's a professional football player. I'm sorry. But you know what? Saying that, he sometimes scores some ridiculous goals, including the one against Arsenal. But then, for the rest of the season, he doesn't do nothing. Right. Global Jonas says Spurs 0 shots on target, by the way. Might break their own lowest XG record against us. That's right. You're right, because they had a 0.07 XG against us. Look, let's come up. A 0.01 to 0.35 XG. Look, 0.01 for Tottenham. You're right, they broke it. And Fulham have a 0.35. That makes me so happy. I don't know why, but that makes me so happy. Oh my God. They have a 0.01 XG. Global Jonas, I'm telling you. They have a 0.01 XG. That's unbelievable. Here they come. Ooh. Right, Udogi on the left-hand side. Wilson in front of him. Plays it to Van der Ven, who shoots to Rosed. Yeah, man, that was so funny. You're right. They actually broke it. They broke their own record. They had a 0.07 XG count against us. They literally now, just as you said it, it popped up as 0.01. Listen, I want to figure it out. You guys help me, yeah? Realistically, what is the problem at Tottenham? It can't be the managers, fam. It cannot be the managers. How many managers are they going to make look like? Okay, take Ange Postecoglou as the exception. Robert the Gunner says 0.01 XG. How the F can you beat Burnley's record? I didn't even know Burnley had a record like that, but yeah. That is crazy, man. Honestly, that's nuts. That's going to be talked about this whole weekend, all the way throughout till next week. But as I was saying, guys, you, Robert and Global and Sensu, all of you, I want you guys to help me out here, right? What is the problem as Tottenham? Let's just as football fans now, forget our rivalry, yeah? I want to figure out what is the actual problem. Is it the managers? Is it the players? Or is it the club in general? Because look, a lot of these fans, when I'm listening to them on radio, when I watch videos, and they always go in there banging about Daniel Levy. Oh, he's the problem. But I'm pretty sure Daniel Levy is the same one that took Tottenham out the gutter when they were bottom feeders in the league and got them to a Champions League final and got them to second and got them challenging for the Premier League. So ever since ever since Pochettino left, I want to know, why did they go down so drastic? Sorry, Tottenham looked like they was about to score, but they didn't. What changed so drastically that they went from being in the Champions League final? Here comes Mohamed Kudus, crosses it in. Colin one, he tries to jump for it, but loses out to Fulham's Anderson, who heads it out now. King. Bassi, we played it back. Gray now plays it out. Tottenham coming again. Bergvall plays it to Porro on the right. Sorry, guys, I'll carry on with the conversation. Give me a minute. Porro crosses it in. And the ball goes out for a Tottenham corner, I believe. Right. Let's read what you guys are saying. Global Jonas says, it's the mentality, man. Yeah, but mentality of who? The players? The fans? The boardroom? Like, I don't get it. How do you go from what they were to, like, look, they've never been a great team. And I know they won the Europa League last season, right? Which is absolute BS because it was a different competition from what it was. Any Premier League team could have won it. And they won it with an own goal that they didn't even score. And nobody knows how that goal went in. Anyway, right. You're saying the mentality. Let's see what Robert says. Robert says they don't invest in the club. They invest in other things, but no. Aha. See, now you might have hit the nail on the head. It may be their investment. I'm going to tell you what I mean. You see Arsenal last season and the season before, we came second. It's half time, by the way, guys. Sorry. We came second and everybody kept on calling us the bridesmaid. What did Arsenal go do? Arsenal went and spent another couple of $100 million on players and wages and hardly sold anyone. Tottenham, for some reason, when they hit their heights, they started going backwards with it. They didn't invest no money in getting better player, higher level players, not sell their best players. I believe it, yes, mentality has a big role to play. And I think the mentality, Jonas, what you're saying is correct. The mentality they have now is really bad. But I wanted to know how it went from a good mentality where they were winning, competing, and challenging, not winning, but challenging, to the point where they nearly beat relegation last season, dude. Like, they nearly got relegated. Like, how does that mentality change from that to that? I think it's a bit of both. So I think you're right, Jonas, in saying the mentality. But I think Robert is right as well when it comes down to investment. Either bad investment or no investment. You can't go from selling Gareth Bale or Berbatov, and then you go down the line and you end up buying Solanke from Bournemouth, for example. Like, it doesn't match up. Like, it doesn't work out. Like, you're supposed to strengthen yourself and improve yourself by getting better players than you had before. Could it be that? But then if it is that, is Daniel Levy to blame? Are those Tottenham fans right? But then what's the problem now? It's so confusing because look, man, I can't put my head on it. Right, let's see what you guys are saying. Robert says the mentality is shit. Players, board, manager, all round. He's saying the morale is more low than my nan's grave. Jesus, rest in peace to your nan, Robert. The owners care about themselves, not the club. Right. So let's hit on that point there. Joe Lewis and his family own the club with, I believe, there's a group called, I forgot their name, but there's like another group that owns them, and then Joe Lewis and his family, I believe. Now, they're the ones that sacked Daniel Levy or got rid of him, right? And nobody knows really why. Maybe because of the season they had last season. But they haven't improved the club or the team in any way, shape, or form. Not the mentality, not by investing, nothing. When they got Thomas Frank, now I feel sorry for Thomas Frank. I'll be honest with you. Thomas Frank seems to me like such a beautiful human being and such a great manager of football, especially in the Premier League, having proven himself at different levels in the English leagues. I feel like every manager, even great managers, go there, they get cursed. How Pochettino managed to get them to peak at a certain level, I would never know. Because he hasn't been able to do anything like that anywhere else, right? So whether that was a fluke or not, I don't know. But how they digressed like that, I don't understand it, man. And now that they don't have Daniel Levy anymore, it doesn't look like it's improved anything. If anything, it looked like they've gone even more backwards, which is baffling, really baffling. And that's why I'm discussing it with you guys. Now, Sensoon90 says, think it's poor squad building and mindset. Yes, again, repeating richly what we're saying, which you're right. It is poor squad building because if you look at Arsenal invested immensely in the squad. And not just the squad. I don't even see any real talent coming out of did Tottenham even have an academy? I don't know. They talk about their training ground being one of the best in the world. Do they even have an academy? Do they even have players coming through? Do they have the Lewis Kellys, the Wanieris, the Dowmans? Like I haven't seen someone like even the youngsters they have. I believe but didn't they buy them? The youngsters that they have, I'm pretty sure they bought them. So this is not so when it comes down to it, it's the infrastructure of the club. Yes, mindset has a big part to play, but Tottenham have never been such a huge club. Remember, we had George Graham. George Graham was winning titles with Arsenal. Titles! FA Cups, European Cups, he was winning with Arsenal. He goes to Tottenham, he becomes a rubbish manager. This is not something new, guys. This has been happening from the start of the Premier League. George Graham left Arsenal for Tottenham in like 94. Even till this day, the other day, I think didn't he come? He watched. Who did we play? And he was in the stands. I really don't remember. But till this day, you'll see George Graham wearing an Arsenal scarf. He would never put a Tottenham scarf on. Ever. Still coming to the Arsenal games. Still supporting the Arsenal. So imagine a manager like George Graham from them times. So it's really baffling. It's really crazy. Like genuinely, it's crazy how this one club is so jinxed, is so cursed that their fans are deluded. They're horrible, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna say all of them. You can't paint everyone the same brush. I have some people that I know that are friendly, that are good people. Like I said, I have some colleagues in the place that I work at, Tottenham fans. They're not all horrible. But let's say they're ultras, for example, or whatever. They're not the greatest type of people. No one really likes them, right? The players that they sign, no one really rates them. The managers, this is the thing. The managers, they get their good managers. They're the Marinos, the Contes, the Franks, other than Postecoglou, which was an exception to the rule, and he won something with them. How Spursy is that? And that whole tag of being Spursy, only a club like Spurs will get a tag like that, man. I'm telling you. As much as they try to tag Arsenal as bottlers, they can't. Because they have respect for the Arsenal because of what we do. But that tag of Spursy will never go. It will never go. There will always be Spurs. Look at what they've done in this game. I started this hate along. I said, come on, Fulham, I want 1 goal in the first 5 minutes. They gave me 2. How Spursy is that? To let a team score 2 goals in 5 minutes when you've just conceded 9 goals in 2 games. Surely if you concede 9 goals in 2 games, you're going to put a low block. You're going to defend even with 5 men at the back. You start with the back line. You make it formidable. You make it a brick wall before you do anything else. And then you start working forward. No, they don't do that. Their back line is so weak. It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. Right, let's see what else. Nothing's come up here. So, right, guys, it's half time. I think I'm going to go make myself another cup of tea. And I shall be back for the second round or the second half. And then we can carry on with our conversation. Let me just update the time. I hope everyone's enjoying it. Jonas, I hope you're enjoying this stream. Sansoon, I hope you're enjoying it. Robert the Gunner, I hope you're enjoying it. I'm just going to make myself another cup of tea. And I will be back. So make sure you come back. And then we can start the second half and see another 2 goals go in 5 minutes, guys. Let's go. Come on, Fulham! Right, back, guys. Message. Right. What are you saying, guys? What do you think? Robert said, "What's your favorite Arsenal shirt of all time?" Mine, Burgundy 26 home shirt of '02. Got it. Yeah, one of my favorites because it was the farewell to the to Highbury Stadium. The reason why I don't pick it as my favorite is, well, I do love it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the greatest of memories. I'll tell you why. It's not the greatest of memories because we lost the 2006 final. I was there in Paris. It was really painful. Also, that's when we lost Thierry Henry, basically. He went to Barca after. Patrick Vieira had already left, gone to Juve, I believe, or Inter Milan. He went to Italy. And that's when the major changes started at the Arsenal, to be honest with you. It all went downhill. So we peaked in 2006, getting to because if you remember, we were the Invincibles in '04. Then we kind of peaked in Europe in 2006. And from then on, it just went downhill from there, man. So although it's a beautiful shirt and it's a legendary shirt, and we've had a burgundy one, that one, the '06 one, was basically a repeat of a previous shirt we had like in the early stages of the 21st century, I think. Like in the early 1900s, we had a burgundy shirt. I think that's what they were repeating of that. I think it was 1906. So 100 years or something. If I'm not, because it's on the back of it. I'm pretty sure it's like that because I've got it on the back, 1906 to 2006, Highbury or something like that. So anyway, the game's about to start, guys. But yeah, so to be honest with you, favorite shirt, I'll be honest with you, would probably be the JVC shirt, the first one Dennis Bergkamp wore when he first signed. I really love that because the reason why is because that's when I started supporting the club, and that was the first Arsenal shirt. Not that I had. I would love to buy that one because I don't have it. But the red and white JVC shirt that Bergkamp wore the first time, I'd have to choose that one as my favorite. And I don't have it, and hopefully one day I can find it and buy it, the original one, obviously, not a remake, because there's a lot of remakes they're making now. You can go on certain websites. Here come Tottenham. Bassi clears it. Kolo Muani shoots. Kolo Muani shoots right at Bassi's chest. The ball doesn't go out though. Fulham keep it in. And here goes Chukwueze. Plays it to Kin. But Mickey van der Ven, so much pace. Jesus. That man has so much pace in his leg. It's unbelievable. But yeah, the JVC red and white JVC shirt, which was the first one that Dennis Bergkamp wore, I'd have to pick that one. But I'll be honest with you, the white one of this season, this one, oh, I like this one as well, by the way. This is one. This is one of my favorite ones as well. This one, because this is the Van Persie one with the Victoria Concordia. But this one, which is a mix of the burgundy, and I do really like this one, and it's got like the old school color on it and stuff like that. I do like this one, but I'd still say the JVC, red and white JVC, that Dennis Bergkamp wore, is one of my favorite ones. But there's so many different ones. But which one? So you're saying the Oh, by the way, the yellow Dreamcast one is not bad. Was it yellow Dreamcast? No, it wasn't yet. Sega. The yellow Sega one is not bad as well. And then we had the yellow Sega, and then we had the red and white. We had the red and white Dreamcast one as well. Man, there's so many legendary Arsenal shirts. But yeah, the burgundy 102 definitely is up there, man. Definitely. I'll be honest with you, I hated the Puma ones though. Like these ones and during the Ozil era, I wasn't a big fan of them. They never don't know, they didn't give me that oomph. Kind of like whereas in this one did, last season's one. I like the last season's one. That was really good. But yeah, guys, looks like Thomas Frank managed to settle Tottenham down a bit. They're playing much better than they did the first half, much more organised. I think they just got shell shocked after the first goal. Obviously, the second one was a Vicario mistake. Let's see if they can get back in this game. Danso now bringing the ball forward. Tottenham lose the ball again, but Richarlison recycles it and plays it to Mickey Van Ven. Right, Udogi running up front, plays it. Tried to play Richarlison, loses the ball and injures. Who's that? Bassi? Who's that? No. Tete. Yellow card for Udogi. Looks like he really hurt Tete. As you said, Robert, they're playing really rough, man. Udogi had the ball as well. Bad touch, loses it, and then puts his foot over the ball. Ooh, that must have hurt. And then just slid into Tete and caught his foot between his legs. Yellow card for Destiny Udogi. Tete still talking to the referee. Anderson there talking to Wilson. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow, Chelsea Arsenal. I will be here at 4:30. Well, I want to start it from 4 o'clock, but I will be here at kickoff at 4:30. Make sure you join me, guys. Jonas, Robert, please join me at the stream. We're going to have some other people joining. I think Peakster might join us as well. Sensoon as well. She'll join us. Here we go. Wilson. Oh, offside. And that should be a good game. What do you guys think? Jonas, what do you think? Robert, what do you think of the game tomorrow? What's the score? What's going to happen? Do you think Chelsea have a chance? Do you think they might just break our winning streak? What do you think is going to happen? Tell me. Danso heads it out. Bassi now with the ball. Plays it down to Wilson. Wilson. Anderson now. Bassi. Bassi plays it back to Leno. Leno long balls it. Pedro Porro now. You know, I wouldn't be surprised, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if every single one of these Tottenham players, if you was to put them in a different team, they'd actually be half decent. But it's just the fact that they play for Tottenham, and when they're all together, that they look rubbish. Right, Global Jonas says, looking forward to Martinelli goal. Must win game overall. Right, that's not a bad shout. Do you think he'll start Martinelli? Because Trossard, I don't know, what's his injury situation? I haven't really looked it up yet. But he's favouring Trossard more so. But if Trossard is injured, it could be that Martinelli is starting. And what do you think of Esteval, though? Do you see Esteval able to break our back line and maybe get in behind and score a goal? Because he's on fire at the moment. And I must say, I do like Esteval. I do think, even in the beginning of the season when I saw him play against Chelsea in the Club World Cup before they bought him, I was thinking like, "Bro, who's this Esteval boy?" And then they ended up buying him. I couldn't believe it. They brought him, and yeah, man. And also, by the way, guys, just to let you know, it looks like Cole Palmer might be on the bench. And I doubt they'll start him, but I'm sure he'll come out at some point. And I really like Cole Palmer. I think he's an absolutely excellent, wonderful talent. But yeah, you're right, Jonas. It's a must-win game. Because if we win that game, Tottenham Lee scored from the corner. Wilson now bringing it out, but Mohamed Kudus gets it back real quick. He's got Pedro Porro in front of him. Plays it to Palhinha. Palhinha now plays it back to Kudus. Palhinha. Yeah, Bergval now. It's a must-win. You're right. I tell you why as well. Jonah says, respectfully, I don't see Chelsea breaking our defense. You don't have to be respectful about that, bro. Just say I don't see Chelsea breaking it. Forget Chelsea. Yeah, no. Yes and no. I really hope you're right. I do, and probably say I wouldn't say I don't see it, because, like I said to you, Esteval is incredibly talented. Cole Palmer is, but we played Bayern Munich in the Champions League the other day, and I don't think Chelsea are as good as Bayern Munich. Now, we're playing Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. We haven't lost there in a long, long time. So there is a lot of things going for us. It's just that Chelsea just came into a bit of form at the right time for them, at the wrong time for us. Because if you remember, I mean, they've had to, oh, here come Fulham. King, shoot. King, pulls back, penalty. Oh, ref says no penalty. He gets up, he's still playing. Surely that's a penalty now. Ref says no, and Tottenham get the ball back. I'm so confused. I'm pretty sure I saw Udogi just bear hugging King. Or was it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was King. Anyway, we have a lot of things going for us, but the fact that they've just come into form just at the right time for them. Because before that, they were losing against Sunderland at home. They were losing against Brighton at home. They were a real mixed bag. But now, they've just hit that peak of form for them at the right time when they need to play Arsenal. So I'm not saying that I'm worried or I'm doubtful, but if we was to drop points to anyone, because I was really upset when we dropped points against Sunderland. That I cannot have. But dropping points against Chelsea now, and when I say points, as in like if we just nick a draw over there, for example, right? They go ahead, say they score a goal in the first 10, 15 minutes, and then the whole game is just 1-0 to them, and then in the last 5 minutes, we end up getting an equalizer. I'll take it. A draw at because look, guys, we're not going to win every single match of the season. We're not. There's going to be draws and possibly 1 or 2 losses. Hopefully not. But there's definitely going to be draws. Now, if you was to choose who you want to draw against, I want to draw against Chelsea at this time because of the form that they're hitting. I'd rather draw against them than actually take a loss there, which I doubt we will because of our formidable defense. Obviously, here come Tottenham, Mohamed Kudus, corner for Tottenham. But whether they cannot break our back line, Bayern did. I know Bayern are a much better team. Oh, here we go. Tottenham making severe changes. Looks like Bentancur, Xavi, and someone else. I didn't see who, but someone else coming on. I think it was, what's his name? Odebear. Bentancur, Xavi Simons, and Odebear looks like they're coming on. Yeah, so you're right. They probably won't, because they're not as good, but they do have individual players that might just, do a little something. But like you said, Martinelli possibly coming on and scoring a goal. He has been missing for a long time. I know he came on the other day against Bayern Munich and scored, and he's been doing that for a while. Here come Tottenham. Pedro Porro crosses it in. Ooh, Colon Wane, not far. Just past the post. Not far at all. Again, a great ball by Pedro Porro. I told you, that hit the side netting as well. That was inches away from going in. Like I said early in the game, Pedro Porro has got a great cross and does have a great pass in him at times. Right. Global Jonah says, will you say they are on a better form than Bayern was when we met them? No, because Bayern were unbeaten. But I know they were losing today, earlier in the day, when they were playing, and I don't know what happened because I was literally at work laughing about that. Let's see. Oh no, they ended up winning. Yeah, so they were 1-0 down against St. Pauli, but they ended up winning 3-1. I wonder if Harry Kane scored. No, Diaz, Nicholas Jackson, the Chelsea player, scored, and Guerrero. By the way, I'll be honest with you guys as well. Diaz not playing for for Bayern Munich did help us a lot. But like you said, Global Jonas, they're not as good as Bayern. Definitely not. And it wasn't, because Bayern was unbeaten in all competitions when Arsenal faced them. Unbeaten. Again, I'm going to repeat this. Here comes Mohamed Kudus with the corner. And Fulham, Wilson clears it. I told you, Wilson, great play. But here comes Pedro Porro again. Mohamed Kudus. Crosses it. No. Plays it back to Porro. No. Crosses it. Balinia gets the ball out of the air. Plays it back to Bergvall. Going all the way back now. Udogi. Sorry, guys. I'll get back to the conversation. Give me a second. Pedro Porro. Mohamed Kudus. Crosses it in. That was Tete. Great block by Tete. Then Wilson gives it straight to Bergvall, who gives it to Kudus, who shoots. Oh, what a goal from Mohamed Kudus on his left foot. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. On his left foot, a volley straight in the top bins. Nah, that was a great goal from Mohamed Kudus, I must say. I don't want to see Tottenham score, but that was an incredible goal from Mohamed Kudus. Crazy. Crazy. That ball got recycled several times till it got back to Mohamed Kudus from Bergvall. Wow, the angle was crazy as well. What a tight angle. He just hit it sweetly on his left foot. One touch on his chest, and then on the volley, just shot it. My God, that's not an easy goal to score, you know. And yeah, well done. Yeah, Tottenham just scored. I see it. But back to what we were saying. No, so Chelsea are not in the same form. Here come the Tottenham changes. Odegaard, Xavi Simons, and Bentancur coming off. Let's see who they're taking off. So Gray's coming off. Archie Gray's come off for Odegaard. Richarlison, yeah, definitely take him off. He's been missing this whole game, man. How are they starting him? He does not deserve any starts. How are they not starting Xavi and they're starting bloody Richarlison is beyond me. Anyway, Richarlison comes off, Xavi Simons come on, and then Palhinha comes off, and Bentancur comes on. Right. So you're right, Global Jonas. Definitely not the same form that Bayern was in, but they have just hit a bit of form. That's all I'm saying. They've hit the right bit of form at the right time. Doesn't mean they're going to beat us, because we haven't lost at Stamford Bridge in, I'd say, like in maybe 4 or 5 years. I think we haven't lost there. It's been a long time since we've lost at Stamford Bridge or lost against Chelsea altogether. So I do believe we'll probably beat them. But the fact that we're playing in their ground, and the fact that they've hit that little bit of form, and they've got some good players coming back, it will make it a more difficult game than I think it would have been had we played them earlier in the season. That's what I'm trying to say. Early in the season, Chelsea were a mixed bag. I mean, they wasn't really winning. They were taking several losses at home as well. Most famously, like I said, against Sunderland. It's just that they're slightly better now. That's what I'm trying to say to you than they were in the beginning of the season. So luckily for them, we're playing them at the right time for them. But I know my team. I'm sure we'll beat them. Look, you're going to laugh when I tell you this. I play Super 6, right? Sky Sports Super 6 avidly, right? I've actually put Arsenal to beat them 5-0. I swear down. I'm not even joking. And that sounds crazy. I just have a feeling that might happen. I don't know if you remember, was it 5-1 as well? But that was at the Emirates. I remember not last season or maybe the season before that. And they came to the Emirates and then we slapped them with 5 goals. I think it was 5-1 or something like that. And then the following season, we did the same thing to Man City and we beat them 5-1. Update the score. Thank you, Sensun. See, I have a real problem with this updating the score thing. I wish I had an automatic updater where I just go beep. So that's my prediction. So my prediction is for an Arsenal win, and I've predicted 5-0. Is that realistically what's going to happen? It's probably more a prediction with my heart. If my head was to predict it, I'd say 2-0 Arsenal. or 2-1. But there's something that's telling me there's something telling me that this is going to be another statement win for Arsenal. I think this season Arsenal is just going to make statement after statement after statement. The Atletico Madrid game. Look, Man United in the beginning of the season, we played bad in the first day and we won that 1-0. Liverpool, I believe we dominated them in that game. I feel it was really harsh for us losing that game. I think we played much better. The only corner again for Tottenham. The only difference I'd say is that they stepped up their game against Arsenal a bit more, and that was obviously a ridiculous free kick from Szoboszlai. But I think a lot of the game against Man City, getting the equalizer towards the end, statement. The game against Newcastle, winning it last minute, statement. The game against Atletico Madrid at home, beating them so well, statement. Who else? The game obviously against Bayern Munich. So like this season, I feel like it's statement after statement win after statement win for the Arsenal. And I have a feeling, obviously the North London derby as a hat-trick statement. If we're able to beat Chelsea tomorrow, that's 3 statements we've made in 1 week. I swear down. Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday. That's 3 statements win in 1 week. And that's why I say to you, I have a feeling it might be that. Because like you said, if Martinelli comes and Gyökeres comes back, they're all going to be so... Colomwani nearly got the ball out of his feet for a second goal, but Fulham... Oh, I think it was offside anyway. Fulham get... Oh, no, it wasn't. Fulham get the ball back quickly, and Leno... Oh, that was so bad. That was so bad from Tete. I believe that was Tete, isn't it? So yeah. So that's what I think, guys. I think that we possibly will win tomorrow, but I think by a margin that will again make a statement for the rest of Europe and the rest of Britain, obviously, the rest of the Premier League, because everyone's talking about Arsenal here. Former Arsenal player as well coming on for Fulham. The thing with Arsenal is this season as well. A lot of people look. I listened to what's his name from PSG, and what's his name, Enrique something, the manager. You know what I'm talking. I forget his name all the time. I listened to him speak about Arsenal. I listened to Vincent Kompany. Here comes Mohamed Kudus. Pedro Porro on the right hand side crosses it in. Xavi Simons with a major chance, shoots it right over, right out of the stadium as well. That must have left the stadium. How high that went. Jesus, bloody hell. Oh no, I got deflected. Okay, that makes sense. Corner for Tottenham. I was going to say, surely he didn't shoot that right in front of the goal. Right, Mohamed Kudus again with the corner. Oh, Bergvall nearly headed it into the goal backwards. But I don't understand why Pedro Porro is not taking the corners. His delivery is way better than Kudus. Pedro Porro's delivery on some of these crosses and passes that I'm seeing, even the long balls, are ridiculous. Redonkulous. Here comes Odebe. Ooh, Tottenham actually going for it. They want to get an equalizer. So what's your prediction, Jonas? And what's your prediction, Robert? What's the predictions for tomorrow, guys? I know you said obviously Arsenal win and Martinelli score, but everything is going for Mohamed Kudus at the moment. Offside though this time. Yeah, Bergvall, that was a great save by Raul Jimenez, defending his goal. He was at the back post. Leno couldn't get. You see, if he wasn't, if Jimenez wasn't in the back post, that would have been a Tottenham goal. You know, that was great defending by Raul Jimenez. Jonas says 3-0. Yeah, I see that. That's not a bad shout, Jonas. Honestly, but wait, you put 3-0 for Chelsea. Well, you meant 0-3, right? 0-3 Or do you mean actually Chelsea to win 3-0? Because the left-hand side is always the home team, dude. I'm sure you mean Arsenal to win 3-0. You meant 0-3, right? Right, former Arsenal player Smith Rowe comes on for King, and Lukic comes off for Wilson. Why take off Wilson? Wilson's an incredible player. I don't get it. Oops, sorry, guys. Jonas just laughing. I knew you meant 0-3, not 3-0, surely. Yeah, there you go. 0-3. I knew what you meant, but I was just checking to make sure that that's what you meant. Because you might say, no, Chelsea going to beat Arsenal 3-0. I don't know. Especially if you've put money on it. All right, here you go, Mohamed Kudus. Ball goes out. Throw in for Tottenham. Pedro Porro. Bentancur. Porro. And it will be there just to clear it. Stamford Bridge is our home too. Global Jonas says Stamford Bridge is our home too, you know. You're damn right. It has been for the last few years anyway. Definitely. You know, I got a cousin of mine who supports Chelsea. He's an avid Chelsea supporter. He goes to the home games all the time. He was there against Barcelona. He's going to be there tomorrow. And I was talking to him yesterday. I was saying to him, do you know how much stick I'm going to give you when we rock up to Stamford Bridge? But the Chelsea fans already, they actually think they're going to do us in. I really think that they have a feeling that they might just beat Arsenal tomorrow. That's the feeling I'm getting from all the Chelsea fans. But yeah, my cousin, he's a big Chelsea supporter. Like he's there all the time, most home games, and he will be there tomorrow. So I said to him, I can't wait after the game finishes. You should. I can't wait to call him to slap it on him. But we'll see though. I just hope. That's why I said to you, I'll take a draw now. But no, I told you, I predicted 5-0 for the Arsenal, and I'm sticking with that. I definitely think we're going to win. Just depends on how much. Pedro Porro crosses it. Colomwani tries to back heel it. Doesn't go in. But Bentancur came and grabbed it. Gives it to Kudus. Kudus now with a bit of skill. Back heels it to Bentancur, who crosses it. Header comes in from Odebeer, but goes wide. That back heel from Mohamed Kudus was ridiculous. Not even ridiculous. That was redonkulous. And if you don't know what redonkulous means, it means even worse than ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. Let's hope they don't win now. That's what I'm saying. I'm starting to feel like we're starting to jinx it a bit, Global Jonas. Oh, no, that's Sensoon. Yeah, Sensoon. Yeah, I'm hoping we're going to beat them. I'll be honest with you because I don't want to be talking here all this big talk and then, nah, Chelsea's not going to beat us. What am I talking about? They're not better than Bayern Munich. I don't care if we're playing at Stamford Bridge or not. Like Jonas said, Stamford Bridge is also our home. So, you know, it's unlikely. It's just that draw against Sunderland messed my head up a bit. Because if you see my reaction video to that, a lot of people gave me stick for it. Like, oh, why are you so hot? Why are you so angry? Why are you going on like you lost it? It's like, no, you don't understand. It's not that I'm angry with them. I was just trying to send a message to the players to keep them on their toes. Don't get oh snap! Sensoon just said, "What's up with your time? It's not showing. It's not live and showing us." I forgot. I thought I started the game. I must have not clicked it right. I did click it, but I must have not clicked right. So what are we on now? 71.50. Thank you for letting me know. Sensoon, we're on 72 minutes. Yeah, that should be better. I did press it to start, but it must have not started, and I didn't notice it. Um, I forgot what I was bloody talking about now. Definitely don't see them beating us, though. Definitely not. Right. But I haven't heard from Robert. Robert, what do you think? Yeah, you're welcome, Sensor. Don't worry. Robert, you were still with us, or you gone? He might have left us. I don't know. Right. Right, we're 73 minutes in, guys. It's still Tottenham 1, Fulham 2. Oh, I really hope they lose this game, this league. Right, Man City up at second again. So the table is looking like this: Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, Sunderland, Aston Villa. It's so annoying. See, that's the thing about Man City. They're so annoying with that win today. I was really hoping that Sunderland actually get the draw. I mean, Leeds get the draw against them, but they ended up getting that last minute winner, and that's why I was so upset with the Sunderland game, is because that's what we should have really done. But instead, we gave them that last minute equalizer. Whereas in Man City, in those games, be like, no, uh, I don't care if they got back to 2-2. We're going all out to win this game. Obviously, of in recent seasons, it's not been that type of Man City, but before it used to always be that, and they've done that today. And look, they've come in second again, and yeah, we're 4 points ahead of them. And if we win tomorrow, we'll be 7 points ahead of them. But look, I've seen them catch up 7 points. 7 points for Man City is nothing. It's nothing. All we need to do is lose two games and draw one, and they're basically on the same points as us, guys. So yeah. It's a very busy time of the season. It's a dangerous period of the season. Um, that's why I am glad that we played a lot of the big team. Papa Sarr coming on. I do believe that it's good. We got a lot of the away games out of the way early in the season. So Liverpool, we're going to play them at home. Man United, we're going to play them at home. Newcastle, we're going to play them at home. So a lot of these games that we used to struggle with in previous seasons, it's like we've amended that, and we've kind of like changed that mentality and that culture of drawing and losing those games, like the Newcastles, the Aston Villas, the West Hams this season, even the Fulhams. We used to lose or draw to these teams all the time, whereas in this season that has changed. And that's another problem with the Chelsea game as well, because we in those seasons when we used to lose and draw against those teams, we used to always beat Chelsea. Now that we're beating these teams, it's like the roles might be reversed, and that's the scariest thing. But I know that we have a strong enough squad and team that they will go all out to make sure that they win this game. I have it in, I can feel it, I can taste it. Similar to 98, similar to 2002, similar to 2004. There's something that when you watch this Arsenal team, that they're determined, they're resilient, never giving up. And like I said, they're not going to win every game. There's going to be draws. There might be a loss here and there. Hopefully not many. Xavi Simons tried to shoot again. But there will be. You have to expect those. Xavi Simons as well with a tackle straight in. Ref says foul though. Foul on Iwobi. So there will be games where we might struggle a bit more. There might be games where we drop points. And that's why I say that it could be. I wouldn't mind it if one of them was against Chelsea tomorrow, where we might draw rather than win. But as I said, I have a Lucas Bergvall coming off for Papisar, so I do have a feeling similar to those seasons. Like I never had that feeling last season. I never had it the season before, although we was competing and being up there. Not so much last season, but the 2 seasons before that. I didn't have that. Whereas in this season now, this year, I've got that same feeling I had in 98, I had in 2002, I had in 2004. That kind of like, oh, I think the stars might have lined up this time. But in football, anything can happen. But definitely tomorrow, I have a feeling we'll beat them. I don't know what happened to Fulham though. Fulham kind of fell off after the first half. The second half, I know obviously Tottenham stepped up, but here we go. Here they come. Alex Iwobi, Smith Rowe, Chukwueze, header! Oh, that was a handball, son. Stop that. You should get a yellow card for him, and should get a yellow card for that. He tried to do the hand of God thing. He tried to basketball the thing. Yeah, he got a yellow card for it. I told you. What was he thinking? My man went for the goal like that. He tried to bloody handball. Hand of got it. Look, look. And it didn't even go in. What the hell? Got a yellow card for nothing. Raul Jimenez. Wonder how he's going to do in the World Cup. Because he plays for one of the home nations. Sunderland fourth, guys, 22 points. They're 1 point behind Chelsea at the moment. They're 3 points behind Man City. Can you imagine Sunderland in the Champions League? Like imagine Barcelona or Real Madrid rocking up at the Stadium of Light, like in Tyneside. Like, yo, probably thinking, yo, who the hell is Sunderland? They're probably looking around thinking, yo, where are these people from? Well, saying that, they've probably been to worse places, man. Look, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, they're advertising who they got playing at the stadium. The Gorillas are coming to play in the stadium. Papasa! Tush! Cross comes in, Fulham defend it well. Fulham just holding on for the win now. They're holding on for their life, I must be honest. Tottenham are just wave after wave of attacks. Fulham look like they're making changes, but Tottenham look like the ones that are more likely to score. And let me tell you something. Ever since they took Wilson off, I think that was a bad tactical change from Marco Silva. I think Wilson had a big influence on how Fulham were ticking and how they were playing. As soon as he took him off, levels dropped for Fulham. But Samuel Chukwueze coming off for Kevin. Right, we're 80 minutes in. We've got 10 minutes of regular time. And then, obviously, we've got some injury time left. Oh, Tottenham. Who was that? Udogie? Ooh. It was Udogie. Udogie and Kolomwani. Udogie took a shot that got blocked, I think, by Alex Iwobi, yeah. And then Kolomwani backheeled it. Oof. The backheel went just past the left post. Tried it. Couldn't angle it towards it. Do you know, guys, I actually predicted this game as 2-1 for Fulham. I swear down. I was at work today, and I told you guys, I've got my colleagues that are Tottenham fans. They asked me. They literally said, oh, so what do you think the score is going to be? I said 2-1 to Fulham. 2-1 to Fulham because they had a whole week of rest. And you guys played two very, very difficult games. One against Arsenal, one against PSG. And you conceded 9 goals. No way you're going to beat Fulham. Fulham are in top form. Right, Alcatel's coming on. Man like Alcatel. Did they actually buy Tell eventually, or is he still unknown? I'm so confused. Right, Mickey van der Ven. Xavi. Simon. Ooh, Smith Rowe gets the ball quickly. Plays it to Alex Iwobi, who comes forward with the ball. Comes forward, plays it to Jimenez. Raul, who gets fouled, and the ref says, no, play on. Xavi Simons gets fouled. Fulham get the ball back. It's Anderson now. Kevin. Shoots. Vicario saves it. That got deflected. That could have possibly been a goal for Fulham again. Smith Rowe with a beautiful pull to Kevin. Ooh, Kevin gets tackled. There's a corner for Fulham, surely. Bentancur gets a yellow card. Oof, he's trying to tell the ref he dived. Ref is not having it and told him, nah, son. That's a yellow card for you. Free kick for Fulham on the left-hand side. Dangerous area to get a free kick in. Who's it going to take? Is it Anderson going to take it? Who's that taking the free kick? Sessegnon there as well. I have seen Sessegnon cross them in very well. No, Anderson's in front, so it's Lukic. Lukic looks to take it. Kevin just there outside the box. Sessegnon was on as well. No, Lukic just taking it. Ooh, what was he doing? He tried to shoot it straight in. He tried to like kick it to the near post and like kind of squeeze it in over the ground. Like he didn't even lift it up. It just went straight over the ground. Right, Tell's coming in for Tottenham. I don't even know why they bother with Tell. He's so rubbish, man. It's unbelievable. Udogie coming off for Tell. Matthias Tell. Did he not come from Bayern Munich? They got him on loan from Bayern Munich, and then Bayern Munich must have been gassed. They're like, yeah, bro, take that. Get him off our books. Not only did they loan him, and then they ended up purchasing him. I'm not sure what. See, that's what we were talking about earlier when we were talking about Tottenham and Robert the Gunner said about investment. It's investments like that, Jonas. You see, that's what we're talking about. So yeah, mentality you were right with, but Robert the Gunner was also right when he said it's their investment, because look, they went and got Tell, spend ridiculous money on Tell. Like the players that they buy is just waste of money. Like we buy better players for cheaper. But do you know Eze was cheaper than Solanke? Do you know Gyökeres was cheaper than Solanke? Solanke's not even on the pitch today. I know he's injured, but bro, look how bad of a player that is. Look at Tell as well. I think they bought him for like 60 mil or something like that. Like they buy these ridiculously rubbish players for these high prices that we pay for actual great players. That's how I understand how they got so many fans. Like I don't get it. Like Tottenham really got into a habit of losing recently. Like it's just loss after loss after loss after loss. Where are they on the thingy now? After today, they're 10th, and there's still teams gonna play tomorrow that can jump over them. But Leno saves it. Liverpool, if they win, they jump. They go all the way to 6th. Man United as well. Everton as well. No, Everton's already played. What am I talking about? Wow. Like if Tottenham carry on at this rate, they'll be staring at relegation again. Jeez, that is crazy. Alex Iwobi coming off for Fulham. Who's coming on for him? Timothy Castagne. The Belgian is coming on for Alex Iwobi, former Arsenal player. Right, man like Castagne. It's just to shore up the defense, make sure that Tottenham don't get an equaliser. They want to hold out for the win now. So they're not even bothering with attacking anymore. Right, guys, so we're coming towards the end of the stream. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? You want to say? You want to discuss? Robert, it was nice for you to join us today. You as well, Global Jonas. I hope I'm going to see you guys here tomorrow. I'm going to be here doing the Chelsea Arsenal game. It will be good for us to conversate while we are watching it. Soon as well. Hope you're going to be there. Whoever is there today as well, come join us tomorrow. Offside. Right, Leno about to take the free kick. Leno with the free kick. Long ball's it. Papa Sarr just heads it out. Second ball, Bentancur. Bassi heads it back. Bentancur gets it back. Mohamed Kudus, who's been their best player, loses the ball and it's a throw in to Fulham. Right, we're coming towards the end, guys. Where's everyone gone? No one with me anymore. What's going on? Sansoon says, love your watch alongs. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Please stay with us. Join us tomorrow as well. "89 minutes, guys. I wonder how much injury time they get. Shouldn't be too much." It's not been a bad game, to be honest with you. First half obviously was much better. First 10-15 minutes of this game were absolutely fantastic. Second half has been more Tottenham. Tottenham has gotten back into this game. They got their goal. However, Global Jonas, see you tomorrow, my brother. See you tomorrow. Make sure you join us. It's going to be a good game. Yeah, Tottenham got back into the second half. They got their goal back. They huffed and they puffed, but so far Fulham is resilient. Depending on how much injury time, doesn't look like Tottenham is going to score again. I'll be honest, but you never know. Mickey van der Ven now. Mickey van der Ven with the ball. He's got ridiculous pace for a defender. My God, this man can run. Van der Ven, who's that? Tell. 4 minutes injury time from where? Right, Bentancur, Danso, Porro, Kudus. Porro, bad ball from Kudus, man. Kolomwani, Porro gets it back. Kolomwani plays it. Porro, cross comes in way too far. Who was that to? Wow. Yeah, thanks for joining us, Global Jonas, and I will see you tomorrow, mate. Robert, if you're still there with us as well, Peakster as well, everyone, soon. Come join us tomorrow. Surely it's going to be a fantastic game. Bernd Leno gets a yellow card, obviously for time wasting. Fulham are going to try to do everything to make sure they get these 3 points, and I don't blame them. I hope they do. Mohamed Kudus with the throw. Gives it to Porro. Who then leaves it for Danso. Oh, they're going to do the long throw thing. Stadium is emptying already. Surely there's going to be... I can't hear it, but I'm sure there's going to be boos at the end of this game. Ooh. What a tackle, Tete! What? What's he complaining about? Oh, ref gave a free kick, but Tete got the ball though. Don't know what this ref was thinking. He's giving Tottenham... Oh, no, he didn't. I thought he did. No, he didn't. It's a throw-in. So they're going to do the long throw from the left-hand side now. Long throw comes in. Headed out by Anderson. Now, Odebear. Xavi. Odebear. Fulham get the ball back. Here we go. Run, Forrest, run. Unlucky. Tottenham get the ball. Throw in. Xavi Simons kicks it forward quick. Here comes Kudus. Can't get the ball. Sessegnon just heads it away from him. Kevin the youngster. Unlucky. Loses the ball to Pedro Porro, who plays it to Kudus. Kudus back to Porro. No, he gives it to Kevin. Kevin back heels it to Sessegnon. What a ball. Sessegnon cross the pitch pass. All the way to Jimenez. What's he going to do with it? He goes backwards. He's just holding the ball up now. He just doesn't want to lose it. Well done. Here he comes. Tete. Referee. Come on, man. What's going on here? Colomboane is literally just grabbing him and pulling him down, man. Yellow card for Colomboane. That's it. This should be game done. It should be game done. Yes! Come on, Fulham. We ain't Tottenham, and we ain't Tottenham. We ain't Tottenham, and we ain't Tottenham. We ain't Tottenham, and we ain't Tottenham. We ain't Tottenham. Yeah, that's what the Fulham fans are singing too. They're going crazy. Oh, look at the Exodus. Exodus! Movement of Spurs people. Them boy, they leave the stadium quickly. Right, Leno. Long ball forward. Mere seconds left of this game, guys. Mere seconds left. I'm going to get ready to sign out. Right, here we go. We've passed the injury time now. The ref should be blowing the whistle any minute now. Here he goes. The whistle is blown. Well done to Fulham. So Tottenham 1, Fulham 2 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I feel bad for Thomas Frank, but not for the Spurs lot. I don't care. Losers, losers, losers. Hold that. Hold that. Hold that. Tottenham Hotspur. Right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Global Jonas. Thank you, Robert the Gunner, Sansu90, Peakster, everyone that came and went and joined. And please subscribe, like, share, all of that. I don't need to tell you. And I want to see you tomorrow, guys. So I'm signing out.